In this video, I am trying bushcraft for the very first time. As many of you know, I'm a backpacker, but I've never tried bushcrafting or really done any survival skills. So for this video, I am attempting to spend a night out in the Arizona wilderness using bushcraft and survival skills. This thing's so heavy. I forgot how to use this saw. I'm like so out of my comfort zone. This is so hard. So to do this challenge, I have brought out my friend, bushcraft expert Gordon from the channel Grim Granite. And to join me in this challenge is my friend, fellow backpacker and bushcraft novice, Eric Hansen. Go bushcraft!
Go bushcraft!
So Gordon is a survival and bushcraft expert. He's actually taught a bunch of classes on how to bushcraft. I actually know very little about what it is we are about to do. What could possibly go wrong? Come get me! I'm having a bad time!
This is my show, gosh darn.
So I'm gonna turn things over to Gordon to explain the rules of the challenge.
Your actual rules for the challenge are gonna be in caches that I've placed out in the woods for you guys to go find. What you're gonna do is you're gonna go actually find these caches.
Oh!
On this piece of paper is a set of coordinates.
And
Sweet.
you don't know what these are yet. It's a bit of a mystery, but you need to hold on to these because they're very important for the challenge.
Oh, all right. This gives me nothing. I have no idea. What is this?
It is something you're gonna need.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a carabiner on a string. Wow, this is like as close as I've gotten to being like excited about a treasure hunt in a really long time.
Yeah.
I feel like it's Easter. So really quick, just to recap, Eric and I both have all of our backpacking gear with us, but the supplies that we've been given from Gordon are hidden in caches out in the woods. And based on what we find in those caches, chances are pretty good that we're gonna have to ditch some of our current backpacking gear for more bushcraft appropriate stuff that we'll find out there. With that, I think it is time to go find our caches and hopefully survive comfortably a night in the middle of the Arizona wilderness.
These are beacons of hope and rescue.
And break!
Let's go!
I don't even know if I'm going the right direction. I didn't even look at my thing. Hold on, 1 second. I just put the coordinates in and then hit navigate on the Garmin Explorer app on my phone. And now I can essentially follow my little arrow on my watch and it'll take me to my box. And we're going that way.
Good luck, Miranda.
I'm gonna turn this walkie off. I feel like I'm already lost. Okay, so according to my watch, I should be like 600 feet from this cache. Now, if you were a box full of supplies, where would you be? All right, 115 feet. Gosh, it looks like I'm like right on top of it. Man, this is like out there. What the heck, Gordon? I somehow wound up going the wrong direction. 45, 43, 33 feet away. Oh, I see it! I found it! All right. Oh, cool. Okay. There it is. All right. Sick. Now, obviously, in a normal bushcraft scenario, there would not be a box of stuff waiting for me in the middle of the woods. But I'm guessing that what Gordon's put in here are actually some things that will replace the gear that's in my personal backpacking kit. Let's go ahead and open it up and find out. Oh, this is so cool. I love stuff like this. All right. Let's see what we got. Oh, here's our box. It's not as full as I thought it was gonna be. I thought I was gonna have like a tarp in it or something. In this main bag, there's some instructions, so let's read what it says. Miranda, welcome to your overnight bushcraft challenge. This is your cache of supplies. Over the next 24 hours, you'll have the opportunity to complete 4 bushcraft challenges: water, fire, shelter, and a mystery challenge, which we will complete tomorrow morning. Cool. From your pack, please remove tent, stove, igniter. Place those in this box and lock it. You will not be able to use those items during the challenge. You may keep whatever water you packed in with you, prioritizing sourcing and sterilizing water from around your camp by whatever means necessary, and use your carried in water as reserve. Find and sterilize water soon. The temperature is dropping, so fire and shelter are also critical. Choose a shelter from the 2 options in your cache and have fun. These are my 2 shelter options. All right, what else do we have in this bag? We have emergency thermal blanket, some twine. Oh, a knife. Oh, it's so little. Several packets of LMNT, which I very much appreciate. I have a saw, I think. Stroop waffle from Goo, an empty can, maybe a ground sheet, or maybe for the shelter to waterproof it. There's a plastic bag. I have a compass, safety pins, a ferro rod, I believe, for starting a fire, a glow stick, a breath mint. I don't know what this is. Pressed towel? It could be fire starter. And some ingredients to make bread at camp. Okay, I have all of my supplies. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of the couple things in my pack that I'm not allowed to use for this challenge. And then we're going to pick a shelter style, and I think it's time to start building a shelter. Stove and fuel into the box. All right, so those are all of my things into the box. Goodbye, tent and stove and fire. We'll see you tomorrow. Let the bushcraft challenge begin. All right, so I think of these 2 shelters, I'm gonna go with the lean-to shelter. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually use the trees that I have. So this one and this one as my 2 posts. And then I'm gonna try and get a log that I can put between these 2 and tie up with that twine to be my like cross beam. And then I'll get my logs that go down the back of it. I think that's gonna work pretty well. Now, one thing that our little instruction sheet said is that the temperature is kind of dropping and that I need to start thinking about water. What I think I'm gonna do is actually scoop some of the snow into my little metal can that was in the cache, and then just let that kind of sit out in the sun and see if maybe the metal will get hot enough that it will like start to melt the snow. I am so out of my element. This forest was a burn area, so I will be actually cutting and gathering some trees to build my shelters. In this part of the forest, it's actually encouraged to like cut up some of these burned out trees. Ah! I walked into a cactus. I'm trying to figure out how to use this saw. Oh, okay, hang on. Wait, that's so cool. Dude, I love this thing. Now we're bushcrafting. Woo! Crossbeam! All right, let's go string her up. Damn it, it's not long enough. Can I reorient? What if it goes this way? All right, this crossbeam I cut down isn't long enough for the first place I was gonna set up. So we're gonna reorient and go right here. So this will go across. This will be a little stick in the middle. And that'll be the entrance to my shelter. Time to get that twine out. I'm a pro. I think that'll hold. We have my beam secured in 2 spots, but because I have all 3 of these trees, I'm gonna secure it here as well. So I wanna lay down my closed cell foam sleeping pad and just see how long my shelter needs to be. That's like pretty long. It's gonna be hard to find sticks that long. Okay. Oh, well look who it is.
Yeah, did you fell a tree?
I did not, it was already felled.
It was already felled.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I have not cut a single tree down. Been trying to get the stuff that I can find on the ground. I chose to build a lean-to, and I'm starting to think I picked the wrong, I'd make it the wrong choice, because I'm really struggling to find like wood that's long enough for the roof part, so. All right, I'm gonna get back to it.
You got this.
I finally found 3 pieces of wood that are long enough to be my beams for my lean-to. Man, my hands hurt so bad from that saw. I feel like I'm close to being done with the shelter, but I'm actually like really not. So I'm gonna start cutting those pieces, and then hopefully we can have this finished in the next like hour or so I can start thinking about my fire. This is just a big piece of plastic. It's like a painter's tarp or something. This is one corner. Ah, I think this is a good idea. Ah, now this is looking like a shelter. Now I'm excited. Watch out, outdoor boys. There's a new bushcrafter in town. kind of want to crawl in and just check it out. It's actually pretty nice. It's definitely snug. My feet are like touching the plastic on the top, but it feels cozy. I was just trying to adjust my shelter and this right side collapsed. So I had to take it down, but luckily I found a better beam that is not curved. So I put that here now, and now we are relaying the plastic and we're going to put the wood back on. I feel like this is gonna be a lot better the second time because I have a bit of a better understanding of what I wanna do. So I rebuilt my shelter. It's definitely looking a lot better now. It's not totally done, but it is definitely a shelter. So I'm gonna just kind of keep building it up and keep layering sticks on here as the night goes on. But right now I want to, I think, pivot and start focusing on my fire. But before I get to my fire, I'm kind of curious how things are going at Eric's camp. So we might just do a little pop over there, just see how he's doing. Hey neighbor, how's it going?
Oh, it's going pretty good. Had some trouble with that hot tub,
Hello.
Hello, fellow bushcrafter.
Fellow
You look
bushcrafter.
like you've been working in
Oh my God,
soot.
I know. Isn't that so funny how dirty I am?
Yeah.
So you opted for what type of shelter?
Well, it's kind of like a A-frame, and
Yeah.
I decided to use this down log that was here.
Love that.
And I just stacked a bunch of logs alongside it.
I dig it.
So yeah, it's just kind
Good
of
job.
pinned around at the moment. I've been debating if I'm going to make any cuts or make a door or whatever. I
Yeah.
think I'm just going to crawl under.
So have you started making your fire yet?
No, and I had, Gordon showed me that I had a tool that I didn't even know I had.
Oh, dang, seriously?
Yeah, so like I didn't realize what was on this knife.
Oh,
Do you-
I have a
Never mind,
different,
never mind.
oh, I have something different.
Dang it!
Is this all you're gathering for?
Well, yeah, this is like offcuts,
Yeah.
and then I think this is partially what I'm going to use for my fire tonight. Do you want to see my little, come see my contraption over here?
Eric has created something cool. Oh,
with you.
wow.
But yeah, this was my water melting device.
That's so cool. Wow, that's
Yeah.
really clever. Is that
Yeah.
corned beef?
Yeah.
Amazing. Did
That's my
you
dinner.
bring that?
No, it was in my box.
You got corned beef?
Yeah, you didn't?
No,
Did you get any food?
I got stroopwafel.
I think I'd rather have the stroop. I did start bleeding.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Ow. I got scratch.
That's nothing.
Go bushcraft.
Go bushcraft.
Bye, Eric.
Crawl inside an elk carcass if you have to.
It's the pro. Ta-da!
Looking good. Oh man.
This is now, I think, mostly done.
Yeah, totally.
And then I kind of like attach these, rather than using twine, I like use the leftover plastic to kind of tie these in place here. And then this is my luxury.
I love it.
Yeah.
This is bushcraft right here.
it?
It is. It totally is.
I feel pretty good about it. Like hung my
Yeah.
lantern here. I was like, oh, I could put my little light here. I could like
Yes,
hang
your
something
knife.
here. My knife.
Yes.
I got my knife hanging on this.
Great.
I feel like I'm mostly done with it. I do want to keep kind of laying sticks across it, especially over
Yeah.
top of me,
Yeah,
mostly so that like when wind comes through, it doesn't like blow the tarp a bunch. But I kind of want to pivot.
Yeah.
I think I wanted to start like looking at my fire instead, and just kind of like as I'm building my fire or collecting stuff for that, continuing.
Yeah.
So that's my thought.
That's great. This is perfect for the conditions. You've got just a light wind. This is going to keep it off of you. It's low enough to where you can build up some warmth in there.
Oh, yeah.
It's just great. So
Sweet.
yeah, I think it's a good time to transition into the next thing. So, but I do
Hell
have
yeah.
something for you.
Oh, look what Gordon gave me.
Because you have successfully completed the shelter, you're going to get a custom shelter bead. You aced the challenge.
So this little bead here is my shelter achievement bead. Dude, I love this. Oh my gosh. Gordon made these little prizes for Eric and I as we were going through our bushcraft challenge. And basically what this little bead means is that my shelter has been deemed good enough. I am such a sucker for prizes. I'm like, oh, there's a prize? Okay, I'm gonna win. All right, fire time. This little spot right here is where I'm probably gonna set up my fire. This is a area that's like, I don't know, 30 feet from my tent maybe, and there's no grass here. I can kind of clear out the few little dry things. So I think this would be a good spot for my campfire. I do kind of want to like put some rocks down and make a little rock pit first. So we're gonna gather some rocks. Ooh. The sun just went behind a mountain and now it is very dark. It's starting to get very windy, very cold. So I feel like things have gotten serious. I'm gonna pull out my little fire starting tool. It's like a magnesium rod. I thought I knew how to use this, but now I'm not entirely certain. I think the first thing I'm gonna do is take some of these sticks and then I'll probably grab some of this dry grass that's sitting on the ground over here and use that as my kindling, my tinder. Here goes nothing. That was a spark. Okay, we're on the right track. Need a better angle. This is so hard. Maybe I need some like little sticks. Maybe I just need to keep trying. Maybe I'm just not trying for long enough. Oh God, this is all falling down. Oh no. Gosh, I felt so confident after my shelter. And now this is terrible. Okay, I'm having no luck whatsoever with this. But Gordon wrote instructions on a piece of paper. I'm assuming that was for a reason. Fire does like paper. Okay, something caught on fire for like a second, which means it can be done. Gordon! Help! I'm struggling.
Hey!
I have this thing.
Yeah, you do.
And I have this stuff, which I thought would catch pretty well, but I can't get anything to light.
Right. So let me show you something that's really cool about this thing. And it's kind of a secret, is that this whole block is made out of magnesium.
Okay.
And so magnesium burns at like 7,000 degrees or something like that.
Dang.
So if you shave off some of this onto a little piece of paper and then strike it with this, it'll catch the magnesium on fire and then it'll burn like a raging inferno for just a moment. So you have to have enough like stuff ready to go. This knife actually has like a sharp edge on the back of it too.
Okay.
So like you can.
Whoa.
So those shavings are what you want to build up a pile of, and then.
Oh my God.
Once they catch, they go crazy. And then you might want to get like a bigger, like sort of like bird's nest of drier stuff ready to go.
So should I just like get rid of this for now?
Yeah,
and just focus on
just
that?
have it like ready. So like have all your small kindling like off to the side ready to go.
Okay.
And so that when you get your bird's nest going and your fire going, you can throw it on there. Oh, sorry.
All right, bird's nest. Is this a good sized bird's nest? Or should it be even bigger?
I would go bigger with some dry grass.
Okay. I need you. Okay, you can tell me the truth. Does Eric have his fire going?
I can't confirm or deny.
He does. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, fire.
All right, that is my dry grass. I need to get some magnesium shavings.
The key is once it starts on fire, you're gonna want to take this stuff and bring it up over the top of it.
Okay.
And then blow into it.
Oh, golly. Oh, gosh. Oh, no. Oh, no. It's going to go out. Oh, I have a stick on fire. I have a stick on fire. I have a stick on fire. Okay, 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 stay calm. This is exciting. Oh my gosh.
Love it.
Wow. I don't think I ever would have figured this out without you.
Hey, congratulations.
Thank
did it.
you. Woo! Fire.
Fire.
Man-made fire.
Fire.
Do I get a fire token?
Fire token.
Yes! Amazing! I did it! I achieved fire, which means I get my fire token. Fire token! Wow, look at this fire ripping and roaring.
Yep.
Thank you, Gordon.
You're welcome.
Wow. What a morale booster! I wound up transferring my water into my pot. Once the snow got pretty much melted in the can, which I learned is called a billy pot, I transferred it over to my Tokes pot, and that is actually heating up much faster in the fire. So hopefully that water boils in not too long from now, and I can make some dinner. I do believe that my walkie just went off, which probably means Eric is calling. I'll be right back. All right, stay put, fire. Did I hear a call for me?
Oh, howdy doody there, fellow bushcrafter. I'm just curious if your nerves are doing all right. We're just got about 10 minutes of light before the long, dark night sets in.
You know, my nerves are doing pretty well. I'm just tending to my fire right now.
Dang it, you don't sound scared at all. All right, good luck to you. Enjoy the night.
Check this out. Water's boiling. It's been boiling for probably at least 5 minutes now, which means that it should be like fully purified, which is great. And I prepped my food, so now I just need to pour my boiling water into here. Hooray! Oh, and I see a light in the distance, which probably means that Gordon's coming over. And I do believe that this was my third challenge, which was to boil water, which means I think I finished all 3 of the challenges that I know about. Hooray! Hello!
Hello.
Guess who boiled water?
You got water boiling?
Hell yeah! 1 1/4 cups of water. Nice. There was like a period of time where I was like, this is never gonna boil.
Hey, that's
All right.
that's where some of the work that you put in with the sun shining on it and melting it,
Oh my God.
helps you speed that time up.
Okay, we're gonna put this into my food.
You get the water bead.
Oh, whoa, this one's pretty. So cool. Yay!
Having fun?
Yeah, it's been really fun. Why do all backpacking meals take like 9 hours to rehydrate? This is Pinnacle Foods Tuscan chicken. I've never had this one before. Oh my God, that's so good. I think this actually tastes better because I boiled the water with a campfire. I am in my shelter and getting ready to go to sleep for the night. I ate some dinner, and then Gordon and Eric actually came and hung out around my little campfire. While we were all hanging out, I actually went ahead and made my campfire bread dough, which I have right here. This is tucked in my sleeping bag with me, and I'm actually gonna sleep with this dough to keep it warm overnight. I have set up my sleep system with my close-up foam pad on the ground, and then I put my insulated sleeping pad on top of that. This is the Nemo Extreme, so it's a really warm sleeping pad. And then I'm also using a 0-degree sleeping bag, and I also have my pillow attached to my pad. Right now I feel like I'm doing a sort of hilarious combination of like luxury backpacking and bushcraft. And it's actually working out really nicely for me. All right, with that, I'm gonna go to sleep. And then tomorrow morning, we're going to wake up. We're going to make our campfire bread, and I'm pretty sure Gordon has 1 more bushcraft challenge in store for me tomorrow. I just don't know what it is. Eric, I hope you sleep very well. Watch him be already asleep and I've woken him up.
Oh, that's so nice. I was gonna, like, make fun of you and then tell you how cold you're gonna be tonight. But sleep well tonight.
Thank you. I appreciate that. See you in the morning. Over and out. All right. Good night.
Good morning. I actually slept really well last night. I had some kind of funny bushcraft related dreams. Like, I dreamt that my shelter collapsed on me. I dreamt that a bear came through and was like sniffing my face and trying to steal my bread. Or a few times in the middle of the night that I would like lift my legs up and I would hit the sticks above me, which was not something I would expect. But aside from that, it was really actually quite cozy in here. I'm thinking what I'm gonna do is get up and actually maybe get my fire started somewhat early because I really would love a cup of coffee this morning.
Oh, that sun feels so good. Okay, we are going to get the fire started this morning. I have my piece of paper, which is what I used yesterday to start my fire. I like shaved my magnesium into that. But I'm gonna see if today I can actually use this bark instead. And hopefully it works. Sneak this into our nest. I don't know if this is gonna work. We'll find out. Okay, the bark is not, it's kind of falling apart, so we're gonna go back to the paper. Okay. Man, it's like it wants to catch, but it won't. I hit it too hard and I lost my magnesium. This is harder today. I feel like I got some sand in that piece of paper and that might be part of the problem. So I'm gonna try it again with this clean piece of paper. Maybe flip my rock over again. I'm getting really frustrated. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Ah! Good morning. I am struggling. So the problem I'm having is I can't. I have my shavings.
Yeah.
I feel like I put them in here and then I start striking this and I can't get close enough. Like it's hard to get a spark going on this.
Yeah.
But then if I'm far away, I have no control over it. But if
Yeah.
I'm too close to it, then this ends up like tipping all over the
Oh,
place.
sure.
And I don't know what to do.
I could show you maybe another trick that might help.
Okay.
So if you, sometimes, because you're doing this, right? You're like
Yeah.
throwing them that way. Sometimes if you hold the knife and then draw this backwards, it's easier to control it maybe because you can get that thing right down there and then throw sparks into it without having to like hit the pile or whatever.
Yeah.
So maybe that will,
Okay.
maybe.
Oh, okay. All right, let's see if that works. Why is this so hard?
You could shorten up on it, so not the whole length of it, and just push harder.
Okay.
And then by pushing harder, it just really throws bigger, fatter sparks.
Okay. Oh,
There you go. There you go.
I need more dead grass.
Just, yep, there you go. Now sticks.
Sticks, okay.
Throw them on there. Just throw them on there.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
yeah.
Oh man, that was so frustrating. I feel like I'm not in the clear just yet. I feel like it still could go wrong, but
Well, I don't know. Maybe I am in the
I
clear.
think you're good, yeah. Just,
There are some sticks
you
there.
can keep piling little sticks up there. And you did it.
Woo! Fire! Thank you, Gordon. Finally, I have my fire going, thanks to Gordon. I have a pot of water here that I am warming up for some coffee. And I think that now it is time to start making some bread. On our little instructions, it says to cook, form dough into biscuits about the size of a handful, cook on hot coals or put on a stick. I hope this works. I'm gonna put it on the white coals. And according to my instructions, it says it's done when it no longer sticks. I have no idea how long that means. It could mean 5 minutes, it could mean 30. Okay, I think this piece is done. It's like charred on one side, but it feels bready. It is still completely dough on the inside though. We're gonna flip it over, we're gonna let it cook for a little longer. So, I believe I have one piece of campfire bread. The inside didn't really cook, so I actually wound up kind of hollowing it out. And the doughy pieces are still on this stick, and I just kind of stuck them in the fire. But the rest of it is totally cooked. Now that I have this like hollow center, I think I'm gonna put some honey in there. Wow, it's really good. Mmm. The crispy exterior is actually really nice. Mmm. Oh, yum. I'll be honest, it didn't look very good before I took a bite of it. F-U-N, fun! I will say, I have never been this filthy on an overnight backpacking trip before. I'm like covered in soot and dirt and flour and just like mud, sand. So bushcraft is definitely a lot dirtier than backpacking is. I'm ready for some coffee. For my coffee this morning, I did bring instant coffee. Also, in my coffee this morning, I'm going to add a packet of chocolate chai LMNT. Gordon was kind enough to include some LMNT in our caches for bushcraft, and I'm definitely going to use it. So chocolate chai LMNT going in with my coffee. This is actually one of my favorite combos, instant coffee and chocolate chai LMNT. If you aren't familiar with LMNT, LMNT is an electrolyte drink mix that has 1,000 milligrams of sodium, and it's kind of perfect for any kind of active trip as a backpacker or now as a bushcrafter, especially when I was working up a sweat yesterday, cutting down all of those branches. LMNT is great because it helps with cramps, muscle pain, fatigue, and headaches due to dehydration. And I find when it's cold outside, I actually need electrolytes more than I realize. But I don't really want to drink something cold, so that is why the chocolate chai mixed in with some coffee is just so, so good. If you want to try LMNT, you can actually go to the link below, which is drinklmnt.com/Miranda goes outside. If you place an order there, you'll get a sample pack of 8 of LMNT's most popular flavors. Now, the chocolate medley is seasonal only, but they do have a chocolate salt that is amazing year-round. I'm going to drink my delicious electrolyte-infused coffee, eat the rest of my campfire bread, and then I'm pretty sure that Gordon has another challenge for me this morning. I don't know what it is. See how our other 2 pieces are doing? Looks like they still need some time. Big glob of honey. Oh, I did not expect this to be so tasty. What a treat. Ah, here comes Gordon. Good morning.
Hello. You ready for your last challenge?
I am so ready for my last challenge.
So you've done some bushcrafting here, and part of bushcraft is survival, and so like survival skills. And so we're actually going to have you do a rescue scenario where you're going to get rescued by signaling us from the air.
I need to create some kind of signal that can be seen from the air.
Yeah.
Like if there was like a rescue
Like a chopper
plane or a
something.
chopper or something, right? Get
Yeah.
to the chopper!
Get to the chopper!
Bye, Gordon.
Yeah.
Gordon said I had half an hour to do this, so let's get to it. I'm gonna go grab my cache again and the stuff that Gordon left with me. Okay, so I have this glow stick, I think. I'm not gonna crack this just yet because I don't know how bright it is and I don't think that can be seen from the sky in the middle of the day.
I have this reflective blanket, which I feel like this would probably be a really good signal that could be seen from the sky if I like laid it out somewhere. And I have a stroopwafel. I have a towel. I have a compass. I have some safety pins. I mean, gosh, that's kind of, these are really the only two things besides fire that I think would be any use at all. Well, given the fact that I have half an hour, and last time it took me quite a while to get that fire started, what I'm gonna start by doing is actually seeing if this like laid out somewhere is like reflective enough that maybe it can be seen from the sky, and then I'll focus on the fire. I mean, it's really reflective. It's like very obvious, but I guess my worry would be that it kind of just looks like trash, you know? If someone saw this from the sky, they would be like, well, that's just a piece of trash. So I think I'm actually gonna put some of my stuff like my like bright pack by it. Cause like maybe that more signals there's like a person here. Okay, brightly colored backpack. This is a good start, but I think I need to really focus on the fire. Okay. Here we go. Of course, when I'm not craving coffee and breakfast, this is way easier to do. All right, so I got my fire lit twice, but both times it didn't have enough fuel and it went out too quickly. So I think I'm kind of rushing this a little bit. So I'm hoping I can just get a good one going that creates enough smoke. That's my hope. As soon as we get a stick on fire, I'll feel better. I feel like part of the problem is that I drowned my campfire before this challenge. I like dumped a bunch of water on it. And now to try and get this lit again is actually proving really hard. Gordon said I have 30 minutes. I spent about 25 of those minutes working on this, which means I have maybe like 4 minutes to figure something else out. I wonder if I can attach this to a big stick and then like wave the stick around in the air and maybe be seen. This is just a hair tie from my wrist. I mean, that might work actually. Am I visible? What do we think? I feel like Miss America. Miss Rescue! Time is up. I see Gordon. So hopefully this is enough to get rescued. Come get me. I'm having a bad time. Hello, helicopter. Rescue me. I hope it saw me. I have no idea if this worked, but I'm hoping that this is a pretty good signal. I'm guessing Gordon's gonna come tell me how I did. Hello!
Rescued.
Yay! I've been rescued! I am glad that you could see this because I wasn't really sure it was gonna work.
Yeah.
It was like my first idea, but also my backup idea.
Sure.
Because I was like, well, it was like a fire would make more sense, right? Like making smoke makes the most sense. Like that's what I should try and do. All right, sorry. This thing wants to be the center of attention. But I got my fire lit 3 times and all 3 times it went out.
Okay.
And I think that was just because I had like drowned the fire pit in water beforehand and like my wood was kind of wet and I like didn't really collect stuff and I was like I couldn't get it. So I was like, well, I guess we're back to plan A.
And it totally worked.
Yes!
There you go.
Rescue!
Yes.
Woohoo! My final bead! My rescue bead! Dun dun dun! Ta-da! Wow, look at that collection! That is so cool. I love this. You can see I'm wearing them. Thank you! Well, I think this is where we part ways.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna break down my bushcraft camp, but thank you so much for coming out and doing this. Thank you for teaching me. Gordon has actually also made a video about this challenge that we did. So if you wanna go check that out, you can find it on his channel, which is Grim Granite, as well as tons of other videos. So go check out Gordon's channel, go subscribe, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
Woohoo!
See ya.
Bye, I'll see you later. All right, for me, it is time to break down this camp, return this forest to looking like just a forest and not a place where I built a shelter and stuff, and then pack up and get out of here. This was an awesome introduction to bushcraft where I got to still use most of my backpacking gear, but try out a different way of cooking and eating and also sleeping outside. I think this was a great way for me to start to build confidence in some of these skills, but it's definitely made me curious about trying the more in-depth version of bushcrafting. I have to poop. I have to poop. Well, now that we have both completed our bushcraft and survival challenge, how was the whole experience for you?
It was really fun.
Yeah.
It was cool because I've had similar, like, tangential experiences.
Yeah.
And then this was like stepping it up a notch. I've never built a shelter like I had to do here. I've never started a fire like I had to do here.
Yeah.
Smoke signals, I've never tried that, which was actually like really interesting because I thought I was like, oh, it'll take me like 2 minutes to get a smoke signal going. And it actually took me like half an hour to like figure out what would actually generate smoke.
Right, versus just like creating a fire.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, totally.
So that was cool.
That's awesome. Any highs and lows?
About 42 degrees and low of 15. It did get down to 15 last
He's
night.
here all week, guys. Eric actually made his own video about this bushcraft challenge experience. So if you want to see that, head over to his channel, which is Eric_Hansen. Obviously, as you probably know, Eric and I have done a ton of videos together and we always have a ton of fun. And I know that his experience was really different than mine. So go to his channel and subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, if you liked this video, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, as well as hit the notification bell. And I will see you outside. Bye.
See ya.
That's so much cooler than mine. You're like, see ya. And I'm like, bye everybody. All right, cool. Goodbye. And scene.